Welcome to my really hot, raspy voice.
That's every listener's like, wow.
Wow.
Faith sounds extra hot. Is it the bangs?
Wow.
What is it?
Yeah, she's just so different. No, it's that I'm sickly. Hi, besties. I'm Faith OK.
And I'm Asia the girl.
Welcome to OK Girl.
Welcome back.
Oh, I'm on the wrong page. We're on episode 21.
No,
22.
22. By this point, she knows not to drink a Long Island iced tea.
Long Island iced teas are not for her. She should probably...
It's a rite of passage, though, you know?
And she has to remember, liquor before beer, you're in the clear.
Exactly.
Beer before liquor, never sicker. She's learned her lesson.
She has.
She's a one margarita and a red wine girly now.
She grows up so fast, you know? Right before our very eyes.
Just right in front of us. Oh, wow.
How have you been since so much time has passed since our last recording?
I know. So much
it's
time.
Crazy.
Sorry, I just keep thinking about our 22-year-old. I'm just emotional as all.
Understandable. A proud mama.
I'm doing good. I am kind of losing my voice. I have been. I think it's just the weather because it's flooded everywhere.
Dude.
And I think all the allergens and all the grossness of
just
the Ohio River are
wafting,
in the air.
Yeah.
And so this is me now.
Yeah.
Welcome to my really hot, raspy voice.
That's every listener's like, wow. Faith sounds extra hot. Is it the bangs?
Wow.
What is it?
Yeah, she's just so different. No, it's that I'm sickly.
There's pollen in my lungs.
I will say I have finally, like, other than being sick, I have finally recovered from the lock-in that we did at church.
Amazing.
I talk about it a lot, but I work with our church's youth group, and every year we do a lock-in where we tell the kids you can come to the church for 12 hours and stay up all night. You don't have to sleep. And even better, you shouldn't sleep. And what we do is that we talk them through, like, why we should take care of our bodies and our souls and our spirits and everything.
Object lesson.
Yes, exactly. It's like, hey, you see how trash you feel? Don't ever do that to yourself.
Yeah.
And also, like, a thing of, like, do you notice that you're more mean now? And, like, you aren't as nice to your friends? Yeah, that's what happens when you don't take care of yourself. So we're just teaching them to, like, respect their bodies. But typically what happens at the lock-in that has happened, I think, the past 3 or 4 that I've been involved in is that they go and they look at me and they go, Faith, you're the youngest. You stay up the whole time. Because you can. You don't have kids. You're not in your 30s. You can do it.
Those are the only variables that
make someone tired.
Exactly.
Yeah. And since I don't have any, I don't need any sleep ever.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
you're as youthful as our 22-year-old podcast.
Yeah. Our podcast is staying up next time. But yeah, so now it's become a thing of, like, the kids have to see that I can hang.
Yeah,
and
right.
It's like it's a thing for me now. I'm like, my thing is that I can stay up for 12 hours at the lock-in.
Yes.
Even if I worked a full day and I have something to do the next day. I can do it. I can. And so my FOMO kicks in, which is fantastic. My FOMO is, like, very strong.
Yeah.
Like, she is
fueled by adrenaline and
is forced to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I normally start to get tired at, like, 2 a.m. And then I think in my head, but if I go to sleep, something funny could happen.
It's true.
And I won't be there. And the kids and all the adults are going to talk about it for the rest of forever. And I'm going to say, man, I wasn't there. I was asleep. And so I stay up the whole night just in case. And then I get the funny stories.
Right.
Because this time, one of the female leaders stayed up with me.
Yeah.
She normally does. We stay up and we yap, and then we don't get tired because we're just talking.
Yeah.
Nick slept.
2 extrovert girlies.
Some of our friends slept that were there. I think only 3 of us stayed up the whole time.
Dang.
So we hung in there. The kids were off the wall like they always are. I think less of them slept this time.
Yeah.
I think it's because normally we open up the rooms with couches to let them sleep. But there were so few adults available that we couldn't.
Yeah.
For liability reasons and safety and everything. So we were like, if you're going to sleep, you have to find a spot on the bottom floor. And you either have to sleep, like, on the floor or in a chair.
Yeah.
Or wherever you land. That's where you're sleeping. You don't get a couch.
Yeah.
And so I think that deterred them from sleeping. And so they were up, most of them, the full time.
Dang.
And I'm talking, like, we did a talent show. I heard a Mickey Mouse impression. They were like playing The Floor is Lava. I don't even know. It was chaos. And yeah, we played the tortilla slapping game.
Yes, I saw
hit
videos
with the
of that.
mouthful of water. And we played the game where you have to guess the voice with your eyes closed.
Oh, nice.
They made me sit in the chair and guess voices. And I was like, first of all, I haven't slept. Second of all, you all are all talking. How am I ever going to hear? And they were like, you didn't know who I was. So
that's so funny.
The lock-in was great, though.
Yeah.
We went home and slept for I took like a 5-hour nap afterwards. And then we had a birthday party after here. So,
it's true.
But it was fine. It was great.
Yeah.
So I think I'm finally caught up on sleep. I was tired for the full week.
That's just how it goes.
It's 25. It's hitting me.
But you don't even have any kids.
No kids. Why do I need
crazy.
sleep?
It's crazy.
You let me know how much more you have to sleep.
Oh, yeah. we'll do.
Because right now, Asia and I are both like vampires. We don't need sleep.
It's true. Yeah.
But
never.
now, when she has the kid, she's going to have to sleep.
That's when things change. Yeah.
That's when they say you have to get 8 hours.
Yeah, exactly. The only time.
The other thing related to that is that I am finally in the groove of making your baby blanket.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But Asia, she's talked about it before. She's doing a Ghibli themed nursery.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
And I was like, wait, I could crochet a baby blanket because we were looking at the yarn, the baby blanket yarn. You were like, wait a minute. And so she had the idea of doing Howl's cape, pink and blue with a yellow border. And I looked everywhere online.
So crazy that honestly, it's just diamonds.
I might write up the pattern if
you
it all
should
works out
honestly.
And sell it. Yeah. Listing coming soon. But so yeah, it's pink and blue diamonds alternating large, and then I'm gonna add the border. I have to figure that part out still. But I had to freaking graph out. I was like, okay, if it's this big in the middle and then it goes to this. And so I was writing out row by row or column by column. And so I finally have it all written out, and I've started, and it's actually working. And I'm like,
I know the starting row. I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so good.
Like it's supposed to.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
So excited.
It took some trial and error though, because I tried carrying the yarn, and you could see the blue through the pink, and so now my method is madness. You guys, I have 11 baubles of.
She's crazy, but she's free.
Of yarn. I'm crazy, but I'm free. I have 11 baubles of yarn just across my living room floor at all times because I can't move it. I can't. It'll unravel.
Right.
Like the ball of yarn will. So it's like a cat's dream in there, and Jabba keeps stepping on them, and I'm like,
oh my gosh, the disrespect. Yeah,
he's rude. He knows he's not supposed to walk on it. But I have pink and blue alternating baubles of yarn that I wound up myself after
so awesome.
I cut everything in half, and I have it all I'm pick up the pink, drop it, pick up the blue. It's so nice. It's so nice.
It's so cool.
And I've been just watching Gossip Girl and crocheting a baby blanket.
My gosh, yes.
And it's gonna be done in time. I know it will because I'm getting there. Blankets are bigger than I thought they would be.
Yeah. You're wait, we're still going.
Yeah, I know. I've only done one diamond, a full blue diamond, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna need a few more diamonds. So
this calls for quite a few diamonds.
Luckily, it's just lap Afghan though, so it'll just drape over.
Yeah,
it won't
exactly.
be a full throw.
Listen, if it's not keeping me warm in the middle of the winter, I don't want it. No, I'm excited.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be very cute. I'm excited about it. Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah. I love that you're watching Gossip Girl, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
so
obsessed.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a few mini stories of things that have happened because we're still kind of catching up on. We didn't record for a couple weeks. First, because I forgot to bring it up last episode. Just a perfect moment, and if you follow us on socials, you would have seen the story. But our friend Eva, she throws a craft night once a month, and this past month we did these little air dry clay magnets. And let me tell you, Faith had these excellent ideas of doing this little Snoopy Huggy and all these different things. And she was getting so upset because the white clay and the black clay was just like melding together, and she was getting upset.
Snoopy's head kept deforming. He looked so goofy.
And so here she is like doing this, and like I'm just kind of like, the only plan I had going into the night was like, oh, I want to like make individual like letters that spell out Kiko as like 4 different magnets for each letter. And then I was like, okay, what am I gonna do now? And I was like, oh, let me just like make some figurine or like some like clay portraits essentially of art that I've already made of like the dogs and me, whatever, just like however much time I have to do this. And so I'm like not really like I'm such a hyperfixator, and Jacob and Faith were just talking about this earlier, like this is something I could have talked about in the cringe episode, but I do be a tryhard when it comes to craft sometimes. But I'm like, I'm just having a fun time, you know.
Here's the thing though, is that she can be she's saying she's a tryhard, but it doesn't appear that way when she's doing it. Like there's not a bead of sweat, there's not a brow
like,
curl of worry. She's just having a blast.
It's true.
And I'm sitting across the table, can't get Snoopy's head with ears right.
And so Faith moved on to like idea 3, where she's like wanting to make the pickle face from SpongeBob, and I'm in the middle of making this like little dog figurine thing of Fuji with like, it's like very 3D with her ears popping out.
It has multiple layers.
Yeah,
she has like literally like the little freckles on her nose are there.
And so
it's so detailed.
Like almost at the same time, me and Faith are like, "Oh, we're done," and we both look at each other.
And I said I wanted to make the pickle from SpongeBob, and let me explain. I saw it and I was like, that's so easy. It's like a little bit star shaped.
I thought it was great,
and it needs like a smiley face on it.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Of ketchup.
A star shape, hard. Can't do it. So then I ended up with a bottle cap looking pickle. It's like literally a green circle with like edges that look like a bottle cap and a red smiley
it like a
face
pickle
on
though.
It didn't look like ketchup. It was the wrong shade of red. But we both finished those at the same time.
And we just started laughing so hard. We both worked so hard at it though. I'm proud of us.
Same effort, different outcomes.
But yeah, check. We'll have to like post, like make that a highlight or something.
Yeah, we will need to make that a highlight.
You missed it, but we were. You did great. It just reminded me it reminded me of this time where me and Jacob were doing an art project together. It was like this little ashtray that looked like a mini skate park, and so Jacob wanted to like tag it up essentially to make it look more, give it more character. And so we're both like painting things and like gluing like handrails and stuff to it to kind of give it some dimension. And it just reminded me of Jacob because he was just getting so frustrated, and and I was saying things to that Faith was like, if you would have told me that in the moment, I'd be so pissed at you. For example, Jacob like dropped something and it was like he couldn't find it or whatever, and he was like, what are the odds of that happening? And I was like, maybe higher than you think. And Faith was like, if you would have told me that, yeah, over.
If it was me in that situation, I would have just thrown the thing across the room. I would have walked
crash out.
I would have crashed out. It would have been Hall of Fame crash out. Like I kept making stuff and then be like, it's so cute. And I was like, don't lie to me.
Don't condescend.
Also, let me just say, I made like 6 magnets in the time that it took Asia to make her whole family, a distant family too. But let me say, there were a few I was like really proud of. I ended up with like a cute little Pop-Tart.
That Pop-Tart was real cute.
I made the little guy, the red guy from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Yes.
I made a book, whatever. The only magnet that kept its magnet back, because we like industrial glued.
Yeah.
They were industrial magnets, it felt like. But we like glued them with like super glue.
Yeah, it was the unfortunate pairing of like a really strong magnet with a very like not fragile, but like comparatively soft
clay.
Yeah, clay. It just like could not keep itself together.
And so also the magnets kept sticking together. So my 2 Pop-Tarts like ended up stuck, and then I'd pull them apart and the magnets would come off. But the only magnet that stayed attached. And the only one that I can pull off my fridge without it falling off the magnet is that stupid pickle. It's still holding.
It just wants to be alive.
They're all on my fridge because I shoved the clay onto the magnet.
You're staying here.
Like, don't move. But like the pickle's the only one I can pick up off the fridge and it like not break. Yeah. That stupid pickle. Stupid pickle.
Hey, it just wants to be part of your life.
It does.
It's like I did everything I could for you.
I was your first creation.
Exactly. So yeah, that was that night. And then a couple other things. Luke's birthday just passed. Yes. And it was a big deal because Luke never wants to do anything for his birthday. Mm-hmm. Like never mentions it. Like anytime I'm like, we could like go to dinner, there's like, it doesn't have to be like a whole thing. Yeah. He would just be like very dismissive about it. And he like for other birthday related things he was like kind of dismissive, but the one thing that he was like wanting to do was we were at a Sam's, I think, and we were looking at, or he was looking at the liquor section. He was like, you know what, it would be kind of nice if like maybe our friends could just like bring like gift like bottles of bourbon or of whiskey, and then we just like do like a whiskey like night. And I'm like, oh, I love that, that's so like low-key, I love that for you. So me being me, I was like, this is all I need. I just needed like permission, because I knew like if I did anything without him like wanting to he just wouldn't enjoy it, and that would just like not be fun for anyone. But because he said that, I was like, boy, bet. And so I was like, I can make snacks and stuff. And he's like, yeah, like if you just want to like take care of like organizing it. I was like, boy, I got you. And so yeah, we told our friends that we're gonna do like a little birthday bar thing, and I made and then like a lot of food. A lot of savory or like heavy savory dips and stuff, and it was like kind of all hinged on like things that Luke likes to eat. And my favorite part was because I just knew he would like it, I made like a menu board of these like cocktails, like simple cocktails, because Luke likes simple cocktails. But it was like Bob's Burgers coded. I drew Luke as like a Bob's Burger character, and then like the apron that Bob wears is like the or like the white space where I just like put the menu items. And Luke loved that so much. But what I didn't know was like in his mind, he was more like me, where he really wanted to serve everyone. And so like literally people started coming in, and Luke's like starting to pour out drinks, and I was like planning on like kind of being the bartender. And this is my vision. I was like, listen, I'm 30 weeks pregnant. Can you imagine? And I can't drink any of this. Please let me be the bartender. Yeah. But Luke was like, no, this is like literally all I wanted. So he was like pouring drinks, mixing drinks all night long.
All he wanted to do.
Yeah, he was having a grand old time.
Yeah, yeah. We were like sitting down, and he like would look at. He looked at my drink at one time. He's like, "You need more? What do you want?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." Okay. Yeah, he was having the time of his life working the bar at his own party.
And you and Nick brought him a bottle of Sazerac, and Nick said something like, "This is the most excited I've ever seen you in my life."
Luke is normally very like just like calm, like indifferent,
like docile,
unbothered is our like nickname for him. But like in this instance, he was like, he had his sunglasses on that he had gotten, like his new Ray-Bans, and like he was like shaking the drink, and like he opened the bourbon and was like, I can finally get rid of this old one, we can have the new one. And I was like, whoa, all we need to do is get bourbon.
Yeah, exactly.
And Luke's a party. He didn't even have to drink any of it. He just wanted to
just
look at it.
Simple things, you know.
That was fun though.
Yeah. And then the last thing I'll say is we had, or I had a vision for a maternity shoot, and I'm so excited. Luke and I took pictures yesterday in our house. So my original idea was to do this like really fun. I just wanted to have like a lot of personality and not be. We talked about cringe things last episode, but like I didn't want it to be like millennial core like vibe. Not to hate on that at all, but I just wanted like a really funky, full of personality photo shoot. And my picture that I had as my inspiration was like someone was like balancing a bowl of ramen, and they were just like holding the noodles in there. I was like, that's iconic. I love that so much. And so it kind of like made this whole like fun shoot around it, and it was very empowering because we just like can't afford to like have someone take pictures right now. We want to save that for like when the baby's here. So I was like, we'll just do it ourselves and like see how it goes. And I used I'll talk about this a little later, like the camera I used, but used a little point and shoot camera with flash, and did this like like a mini photo shoot, and I was really happy because this one I won't dox her, but this one person at our church, she's a photographer. I sent her like one of the photos before I was like done editing all of them, and I was like, this is like a preview, but she's like, this looks really good. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. I was like, wait a minute. So that was like the hype that I needed. So
yes.
yeah,
the pictures were so good.
Thank you.
I love them. Also, it's just like, I think it's really sweet to have like pictures of your house too, involved. Like, cause I mean, your house is also like very full of personality.
That's true.
And color, and it's just like far from millennial core beige.
Right.
But I do think like it'll be sweet with like Kiko growing up.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, that's what the house looked
like
when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And, like, that sort of thing. So I think it turned out so cute.
Thanks.
Cute. All right.
It's all updates.
All of our updates, and now we're updating you on our Delulu Digest.
Yes.
We've done Q4
for 2024
3 months ago. And so every quarter we're sharing with you our favorites.
Yes.
So it's Q1 has passed, well past.
Well, yeah.
So we're recapping pretty much January to March. Might bleed over, but this is our Q1 Delulu Digest for you.
Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome in.
Welcome to our stakeholders meeting.
Yes.
So first we'll talk about what we're buying and using, and just like whatever products, things, home, tech,
perfect,
life, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. The first thing I have is like, I don't know if this has been around for a while, but I stumbled upon it when I was looking for like foundation adjacent things for like matte or like oilier skin.
Yeah.
And I came across this one by Maybelline. It's like one of their like what is like instant age rewind, whatever, that whole line, called a 4-in-1 perfector in like the matte formula. Dude, it's amazing. Like, you don't like, obviously I can do more, but it's like the perfect like quick makeup thing where it's your primer and it's a BB cream, it's like moisturizing and all this stuff, and it goes on like satiny, but then it like dries matte, and it's been like my new favorite thing, where it's like it just like simplifies my like day-to-day makeup like all the time.
I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I've used Maybelline's like foundations and stuff because I do like their stuff a lot.
Yeah. You should try it. They also have like a version that's like for combination or like normal skin that's not matte formula, but I really like it's like a whipped like it's really nice. So nice. It's my first one.
My first one is kind of a few things, but it's like because I got the bangs and just like I've been trying to do my hair more. There's a few things. Asia gave me a mini straightener that she had already from when she was wanting to do Jacob's hair. But it's like so little and it's perfect for my bangs because I tried using my old crusty dusty big straightener and it did not work. But the mini straightener is perfect. And then I also am never the girl that buys products at the salon.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
I know they're expensive.
Right.
I know I don't need that. I can probably find a dupe. This one, though, she sprayed it on my hair, and I was like, yeah, I need to know what that is. Like, she sold me instantly. I hadn't even seen what it did. I was like, that smells so good. But then I saw it work, and I was like,
wait a minute.
Wow. So it's like, it's called Devine's This Is a Dry Wax Finishing Spray. That's the name of it.
Okay.
This is a dry wax finishing spray. But it's like honey is the scent, and it's waxy, but it's a spray, like
That's
a hairspray.
so nice. Yeah.
So it's like, but it doesn't get like
it doesn't give like
hard
a
and
yeah.
sticky, but it still like sticks. Like, and so like my bangs.
That's so perfect.
In the mornings, I'll like get them exactly like I want them. And then I just do like 3 sprays across and they hold there like all day. And then I just take my fingers and I press my roots up and I spray. And I do the other side and I spray and it gives a little volume. It's amazing. It's perfect. It takes me like 5 minutes to throw in my hair.
That's so perfect.
And it smells
because that's
so
like I think
good.
the main thing that can be the hang up with bangs is like how much time it takes to style it in the morning and everything. But that's perfect.
Yeah, it's the styling, and then the other piece is the oiliness. Like my hair gets really oily at the roots really quickly. Yeah. But the dry shampoo that I bought while we were out shopping at Target, I got the Kristen S dry shampoo. So
perfect
good.
combo.
So good.
Amazing.
It's all like it's an all white, but it had said like for dark hair, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But it blends in my hair so well. I don't know how they did it, but it says like theirs calls to like you should use the palm of your hand. like the palm and heel to blend. So I just smack my forehead a bunch when I'm getting ready, and Nick's like, what is going on? And I'm like, smack, and it blends in like immediately, and it's
That's
great.
awesome.
It's so nice. But yeah, my hair, I'm on a hair product journey. It's true. It's working. I'm
a bangs girl.
Yeah.
The next one I mentioned a little bit earlier, but this is inspired by, I won't dox her, but one of my cousins who, when she came out for my shower, she just had like this little point and shoot camera, and I was like seeing all the pictures she was taking. I was like, dude, I kind of miss the vibe of like point and shoot with flash. Like, it's just such a I mean, obviously you get that a similar vibe from like taking like little Polaroid like images, whatever, but just like using a point and shoot camera instead of using my phone. I think it's a combination of that, and then also like I've been wanting to like take more pictures with like Kiko on the way. Like I just want to be able to have like things for her to look at and stuff, because I really enjoyed that when I was little. And so I used it for the shoot, and I've been like playing around with it. And when I was like thinking about unearthing my point and shoot camera, I realized that like it didn't have a flash on it, and so I had to like find like an attachment to put on. And so I found like one that's like so aesthetically cute, but also like a good review. This you all know me from last time we talked about this, but like my shopping habits for sure are like, as long it's the Venn diagram of like functional but also cute. And so I found like the perfect thing. And actually I'm actually glad that we used it for the shoot yesterday, because we were able to like fine tune like the amount of flash, like what to use for what distance and whatever. But I've been loving it. Like
it looks
so
like a
fun.
cute little old tiny flash. It's very cute. I've actually been looking at like a point and shoot. There's a place called like Camp Snap, and they're just like point and shoot, but digital, and you can send it to your phone like directly. And I'm like, oh, I kind of want to do that, because I've done the film cameras, like disposable film, and I love that, but it's also a hassle.
Yeah, right.
So
it's like nice. I feel like the point and shoot is like a nice like middle ground where it's like, okay, you can still access it digitally.
Yeah, exactly.
You can get them developed, but also
you
can like view them without them getting developed.
My next one is that I've just been getting regular nail fills.
Yes.
And this is all my natural nail. I've talked about it. It's
so amazing.
It's a thing that I talk about a lot now. But I've been doing that like regularly, and it's just so nice because it's like fun to get to pick out what I want to do for like, because I think about like my upcoming month.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, what do I have?
Future
what do I want to
planning.
like match? So like I'm going next week or this coming week, and I'm like, oh,
she's
I gotta get
proactive.
my Easter nails. But it's also fun because it's like I just get to go hang out with my nail girlie, and we talk and chat, and like I also get to relax and be pampered a little bit.
Exactly.
So it's been fun.
Some self-care.
And I'm not biting my nails, so that's nice.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Look at you.
But they like just make me look more put together, I think, having nails.
It's
and
true.
People all the time are like, oh, your nails.
It's such a like interesting psychological thing. I swear, like, I mean, I don't get them done. Whenever I put press on nails, I'm like, I just feel.
Let me just talk with my hands all the time and show you things and point over here.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah. Just like a
little
pick me up.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, the next thing I have this on here because it's something I purchased, but and Faith and I have talked about this, not on pod, I don't think very much, but I've been loving, this is like worth the purchase, Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
That's in mine. That's
is
one
it?
Of mine. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. It's so fun. It's like another cozy game, but has like a good amount of quests without feeling overwhelmed. Like you can do whatever you want, but also like if you want to progress the story or unlock new things, like there's always something for you to do. I've really been enjoying it. Yeah
It's really nice. There's not like this pressure to like maintain relationship with the characters. It's like you
go
can
at your own
kind
pace,
of dilly-dally and do whatever you want. It's so nice. I like it a lot.
I love it. And I feel like compared, for any of you girlies that played like Animal Crossing or even like Disney Dreamlight Valley, what I like about this game is like the more that you unlock, like the starting map is very big, but it just keeps getting like bigger and bigger. I'm like, I'm actually super impressed that they've packed all of that into this game.
When you told me you got an expansion on the map, because Asia's gotten time to play more than I just get distracted and play other things, but you played more, but you were like, there's an expansion beyond, and I was like, what do you mean? Like the map's huge. There's like 4 or 5 different biome type of things, and then like with Disney Dreamlight you had to like purchase for the additional, but this one it's all in the game.
You just got to keep leveling people up. It's pretty cool.
My other one is that Nick and I have both been on this kick, and it's that we eat Core Life a lot. I've been buying a lot of Core Life.
Dude, that's awesome.
And we've set a trend too with our friends.
Yeah, I know.
Our friends also just
Core Life influencers.
Core Life. Yeah, Core Life, pay me.
Please.
But yeah, I had been talking. I've wanted to go to Core Life forever because it's obviously been around for a long time.
Right.
And Nick was always like, I don't want to eat a salad for my meal. Like I don't want just a salad as my dinner.
Okay, but
like,
you'll have Chipotle,
lunch,
whatever.
Sure, but like dinner, no. And
Yeah.
I'm like, like Chipotle is the same concept.
Yeah, right.
But then I was like, Core Life is not just. It's not just salads.
Yeah.
And then he's had to go gluten free.
Right.
And so I'm like,
now your options
Core
are
Life
kind
is
of
almost all gluten free. Like that's their thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we go to Core Life a lot, and like a rice bowl with some like tofu and veggies, or we get like a poke bowl there.
I know. I can't wait. Once baby's here, I like need a poke bowl from there, please.
Yes. So that's just been what we eat a lot.
I love that.
Yeah.
Fancy. I love that. Okay, the next thing I have, I'm wearing it, but I got a K bubble charm necklace for Kiko, and I'm really excited because the one thing that was confusing though was literally, so I got this L for Luke a while back. This in theory is the same product, but tell me why
Lies.
it's literally not the same at all.
The chain is different.
Yeah.
The letters a different
It's
size. Like
yeah,
shorter.
it's cute too. Like it worked out. I was like,
Yeah,
it's kind of cute that it's smaller.
stacks.
Yeah, but also, what do you mean? Don't lie to me.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I'm kind of into it, and it's like cute
Very
that like
cute.
it happens to be like pink, which is like fun, and
Get
yeah.
the
So I'm just like
pink.
really into it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love it. It's so cute. All right, my last one is that we've been just like exercising more too. Just like trying to be healthier.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing a couple different types of workouts, but my main one is that Caroline Jervin on YouTube. So good. She does like strength training videos, which you don't find a lot. I feel like a lot of the girlies on YouTube making workout videos are like HIIT and cardio.
Yeah.
And
right.
like I'm not trying to just like be skinny.
Yeah.
Like I want to be like
Be strong. Yeah.
So like hers are all weights involved, and
That's
they're
nice.
hard, and
Yeah.
like I've had Nick do them with me, and he's like, "This is awful." I hate this.
That's so funny.
So I have weights at home now, which makes it way easier.
That's
like
so nice.
yeah, I just like bought 2 10-pound dumbbells at Walmart and like just use those, which I should size up eventually. But like then I don't have the thing of like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym, so I'm just gonna sit at home.
Yeah.
And, like, I can't.
There's no
They're
alternative.
right there in front
Yeah,
of me.
yeah.
And then the other thing we've been doing to exercise is going to not kickboxing,
Yes.
but boxing classes, which are like HIIT but boxing at Rumble Boxing. It's like a chain that's everywhere. But my cousin is really into it, and he invited me a few times. And then Nick finally went, and Nick was like, "That killed me," but like. I love that. And so now we're like planning dates to go in the future, but
That's
it's just
so
so fun. And
I
like
love that.
it's just nice to like rage a little bit,
Yeah.
and hit a bag.
Why not?
Yeah.
The last thing I have is like become like a mental hack. You know, like that trend on TikTok that's like, give me your unhinged like whatever for like all these different categories.
Yes.
I think this is mine maybe for like to scratch that itch for like thrifting and shopping. Dude, thrifting for baby clothes. I'm like, listen, this is basically free.
It's so
Tell me why these things are $1. Like this is nothing. So that's been really fun. Like I've really been enjoying finding things for Kiko, and like it's kind of fun to find. Like at first I was like, oh, I only need to get things that are like in 0 to 3 months because that's what she needs now, which that has been my priority. But it's kind of fun to find things you're like, oh, one day in several months she'll be able to fit into this and it'll be so cute. And you're like thinking through like the time of year that'll be so that's been really fun and like a good way to save money, spend less money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
you're saving.
Yeah, exactly.
If you bought it new, it would be expensive.
Exactly.
And you're finding it thrifting.
Yeah, and I'm channeling some of my thrifting that I would normally do for myself.
Yeah.
To Kiko.
It's cheaper.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Girl math says it's cheap. You're
Exactly.
saving money.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that was all of my things that we've bought, used things. The next one is like media. So like, what are we watching, listening to, playing, whatever. Do you want to go first?
Sure. I stumbled on this artist on TikTok. but it's this girl who goes by Oxus.
Okay.
And it's very like Midwest emo math rock core, but like meets like bedroom. I don't know. It's like very chill. And maybe like a couple of her songs have like lyrics, but it's mostly instrumental. But the thing that I love, I mean, it's a vibe. It's such a vibe, generally speaking. But the thing that like sold me when I like stumbled on, I saw her on TikTok. I found her on Spotify. All of her songs and all of her album artwork are fish related.
Stop. That's perfect.
Yeah, it really is. It like cuddles one, sardine, long sardine, like just everything is all fish. I'm so impressed that she's like committed to this bit, because she's like has quite a few songs out. That's and manages to make all of them like fish themed. So and funny. So it just felt like a match made in heaven. So yeah, I've been really enjoying, especially to work too. It's like been a really good vibe.
I love that. I'll also go with music. This is like literally just one specific song, and I don't know why, but it is so good. And anytime it comes on the radio, Nick and I are like immediately crank it. I listen to it probably at least once a day. It's just like my hyperfixation, and it's the band Half Alive, which I've listened to a lot. And I like their stuff. This song Automatic hits. I don't know.
It's a good song.
It's a good song. And I don't know. I think it's just like the way there's a few like, I think it's one of the choruses. He just like screams it, but not like a scream, like metal scream. Yeah. Just like a yell, like yelling the lyrics. And I'm like, yeah. So it's just like my song of the winter, spring, whatever it is. It's there. It's probably awesome. My whole year hyperfixation, honestly. It's awesome. But I'm obsessed. I love it.
That's awesome. Okay, the next thing I have is another a playlist that Faith turned me on to. I also really like the creators like playlists in general, but I've been rocking out to Remy Wolf Treadmill Strut. Yeah, it's so good. Yes! It's the perfect vibe. I love it. I just like every time I listen to him, like I'm getting it right now.
Yes, the creator on Spotify, I can't think of her name right now. I think it's like Allie.
That sounds right. Yeah.
But I found her on TikTok, and she like posts. She makes curated Spotify playlists that start with a warm up song that's like slower, and you pace your feet to it, and so you end up at a sprint, and then there's a cool down, and she'll like pick an artist or a theme. Yeah. And there was a Remy Wolf one, and I was like, Asia, you have to know about this. Now that we both realized that we both love Remy Wolf, like you have to hear this. But like the Harry Styles one is my favorite.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
I love a Harry Styles moment.
Yeah, she's got like everything. There's like K-pop ones. There's like early 2000s.
Yeah, there's like a 2010s, like summer 2010, like Tumblr.
I love it. It's so many. Like
the Young Gravy,
you'll find one for you.
Young Gravy also hits. That's a good gym playlist.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We talked about this a little bit. Well, I'll talk about the TV shows I'm watching.
Yes,
so
we're gonna have the same one.
So the first one, let me start before currently, or like a little bit ago, but the past few months it started when Nick and I were sick, so it's January, I think. And I had just been on my phone so much, like scrolling, that I was like, I had a headache, and I was like, I just need something to turn on that I don't have to pay attention to, and I could just like lay on the couch. And I remembered I'd been watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills forever ago, like years, and I never finished it. But I was like, I don't really want to try to catch up. I don't want to rewatch. So then I remembered that a few of the like things I've seen online and one of the podcasts I listen to, they talk about how juicy Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is. And I was like, who cares about Utah? Wrong. I care about Utah. I care about these women in Salt Lake City. This show, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, insanity. It is the craziest Real Housewives show I've seen. Like, there's a woman going to jail. There's a woman that was running a fake account. They're like a gossip account on them. They're like, it is crazy work. Crazy work. Like, they're Mormons, ex-Mormons, like Jewish. Like, it's got everything. They have literally everything.
Something for everyone
on this show. So I started watching that, and I was hoping it was one I could just like turn on and kind of like watch off and on. No, I was sucked in, and then Nick comes and sits down and watches a piece, and he's like, no, we have to watch this together. So that became our like hyperfixation show.
So funny.
And so we finally made it through that, and that show is so good. It's like so infuriating, but so funny at the same time.
I love that.
Anyways, it's like my new birthday party theme that I'm plotting for December. I'm like that committed to this show. But then we finished that, and Nick and I alternate choosing shows to watch back and forth. And previously we watched Psych, which was Nick's pick, but also Luke's pick.
I know.
And then now we're watching Gossip Girl, which was my pick, and also Aisha's pick in a way.
Absolutely.
But
we just want to be involved in your life.
Yeah, exactly. I watched it back in, it was high school. So I think it was like probably 10 years ago is when I watched it. And I was obsessed. Like, I binged it over winter break. I think it was 2015. Yeah. So exactly 10 years.
It might have been like right around when it finished then.
Oh, wow. Okay,
I think. Or maybe like a couple years after. I can't remember. Yeah.
But so I like my like couch in my bedroom was a pull out. And I would pull it out into the bed and just lay and watch Gossip Girl right up close. It was amazing.
So good.
But I loved it so much, and I was like, we have to rewatch it, or I have to rewatch it, and Nick has to watch it. Yeah. And he was like, I don't really know. And he started watching, and this man is sucked in.
I am so shocked at how you guys are like blowing through.
We started approximately a week ago.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of season 2. Like, nearing the end. Like, it's crazy. And I keep having, like, Nick keeps guessing at who Gossip Girl is, just like, I think it's this person. I think it's this person. I think it's this person. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, you just say no to everything.
No. I'm like, I can't let him know. Yeah. But it is so fun.
I love it. Yeah. So Gossip Girl is also on my list because, unlike Faith, it hasn't been 10 years since I watched it last. Let me just tell you, Kiko is already connected to Gossip Girl because that has been my nap show, because I've watched. So the first time I watched it was also when I was in high school, or it was like releasing while I was in high school. So I watched that initially, and then it was like a few years because like it was before streaming was really a thing. Yeah. Like not as accessible, but once streaming was a thing and Gossip Girl was on Netflix, your girl was watching that like at least once a year. And so I definitely know that show like the back of my hand pretty much. And so I needed a show to watch that I could like fall asleep to, just because like I am too ADHD to like if it's something that I haven't watched in a long time, or if I'm watching it for the first time, like I'm not gonna fall asleep. So it has the words of Chuck Bass has soothed Kiko to sleep many a time.
I was just gonna say now to calm down to the voice of Chuck Bass, the whisper,
the scarf. It's
oh my gosh. Nick has a new vocal stem, which we pick up vocal stems a lot. Yeah. But his right now is, I'm Chuck Bass.
It's so good.
And he just does it.
What
all
a good
the time.
one.
And it makes me laugh every time because he keeps getting better at it. Yeah. And it keeps sounding more like Chuck Bass. And I'm like, okay, no. Next time you have to open your mouth more. Yeah. Because you have to like.
Yeah. It's like he's very like.
Yeah. His mouth is so dramatic when he moves, but he's whispering. Yeah. And so like Nick has started doing that. And now like randomly he'll just go, I'm Chuck Bass.
Yours needs to be, I have to go. I have to go. But yeah, so I've really been entertained by Nick started a group chat. Yes. Another group. It's so funny because like it was you, me, and Nick, just the three of us, but it basically is another group chat. The last one that was made was for Psych. That has its own name, but then we basically started a new one called XOXO. Yeah, that's the same people.
It's the four of us. And he started it, and I was like, "Why didn't you choose the old one?" He's like, "The old one was for Psych." And I was like, "Okay." So we started a new one. It's called XOXO. So now we don't get confused.
Yeah, exactly.
The other one is a pineapple for the.
That's true. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, the
no confusion.
Different vibe. Yeah,
we'll be able to track all of our.
It's true.
Watching. It'll be great.
True. But I just love all of like Nick's reactions to everything. It's so funny.
Yeah. That was yours.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. My last one is the games I'm playing. So we talked about Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Love it. Those games tend to kind of like lose my interest, and then I'll pick it back up. And
it's like an easy one to like.
So I'm like in and out on that one, which I like. The other one is that I think I talked about this the last time. I talked about watching Julian Solomita stream, and he's been streaming Lethal Company, which is a horror game, but like a funny horror game, like a co-op extraction horror game. And I finally got Nick to download it, and I have it, and Jacob has it.
Yes.
And a few of our other friends. Like, we now have, like, 5 of us that play it. And it is the most unhinged, ridiculous game. Like, Nick is screaming. I don't know what's going on for him, because I can't hear him, because it's proximity chat. But, like, I just know he's screaming at something. And, like, it's just chaos. And it's so fun. We've, like, modded it. Like, we have a casino in it, so like we can go gamble what we've
so
like if you don't meet quota, you can go gamble and try to earn the amount you need. And then like one that we added thanks to a friend, he sent it to me. One of the enemies is a jack-in-the-box, and normally it does the do. But and it'll pop out and scream, and now it plays Freebird, and when it screams, it's the guitar solo when it pops.
You need a mod that's like the Hosier yell.
That's so good. Yes, I've been telling Nick that like I wish we could like figure out mods, but there's just so many. Like there's one where one of the enemies is just Goku.
I love that.
Instead of like what it actually is, and so he just like appears and stands there, and then he disappears again, and it's just
so
Goku.
Funny.
I don't know. It's so goofy.
That's so good.
But it's like the amount of mods that people have made for the game. That's what makes it good.
Yeah,
but we've been having so much fun.
That's awesome.
It's good. Yeah. Do you have any other media things?
I guess the last one I'll say is I was actually talking to Nick and Faith about this before, but it's my hyperfixation right now, and I'm like watching it again with Luke. I was gonna watch it with Jacob, but now he watched the first episode. He's like, oh, actually I want to watch it with Laura because it's really good. So it's this one season anime called Buddy Daddies, which I know it sounds crazy. It sounds like probably not appropriate show, but it is. So it's basically about these two like hitmen partners who are very like different in personality. They essentially, without like spoiling it really, they like stumble upon this 4-year-old girl that they have to take care of, and so like there's a big part of the story that's like, you know, them just taking care of her, keeping her alive, bringing her to daycare, like all of this stuff, but it's juxtaposed with like they're also hitmen and they're doing their jobs, but they also, so what like really like sold me on it was like they have like actually very complex backstories, and they take in a short show, they like take time to develop and give those characters depth. And then I remember when I was watching it, I was like sad because I found out that like it was not renewed for a second season. I was like, oh man, this is like, I'm like really enjoying this. It's gonna suck that like this is just like a one they're like not gonna pick up, but by the end of the show I was like, actually, this is perfect as a 1-season anime. And it made me like kind of cry because it was like so good. But it's so precious. And for anyone that's like any like people that are into anime that like really enjoyed Spy Family, in my opinion, this is like better than Spy Family, which is pretty crazy because people love that anime. And I love that anime. But this one just like was really, really good. And so I think I'm just like enjoying all these like funny, heartfelt, like parenthood adjacent like type like shows for sure, for no reason at all, but nothing at all. That
reminds me, have you ever watched Assassination Classroom?
No, but I've heard really good things about that.
It's not the same, but it's similar, where it's like this teacher has to teach his students how to be assassins, and they're like, the whole goal of the class is to be able to kill him, like assassinate him, but he's like an expert, and so like that's the whole show.
That's so funny. Him I love
teaching them how to eventually kill him.
That's
and
so
like,
cool.
Yeah, it's just it's good.
That's awesome.
All right, that's all I had for media.
Yeah, sweet,
cool. Last one, we're gonna end on a positive, exciting note. Is like, what are we winning at, and then maybe a goal for quarter 2.
Sure,
gotta get down to business. And think about the things that we are positive gains, the things we've done good.
Okay, so one of my wins has to do with the Remy Wolf treadmill strut, but I am like slaying at these hot girl walks. Let me tell you, I've been like so consistent, because obviously I can't do like crazy things. At least, dude, I see some TikToks of people like this one girl who's like 40 weeks pregnant, and she's like a pro racquetball player, just playing just straight up in tournaments. I'm like, what?
Well,
what do you mean,
they
girl?
say like if you've always exercised that way and that's your habit, then like don't change it.
Yeah,
'Cause,
right.
Like, there are women that lift like they're like
it's
lifting
crazy.
weights, like
I know.
strength training.
I'm
And
like,
I'm like,
wow, that's crazy. Like, more power to you.
Yeah.
But I'm here when celebrating my hot girl walks.
Yeah.
And doing like some like low impact like core workouts and making sure I do all my stretches every day. So I feel like I've been really consistent, feeling really good. Like, and not like, I think like it is true. Like, it once you have to like be really careful about being immobile or about being mobile, because like your blood flow and all of that. And so I've been feeling really nice, and I'm glad that it's like nicer up, so it's been like good to be able to go outside, minus the random flooding weather. That was what the heck what's happening.
It's been like 40 degrees.
I know.
Like,
we're like partway through April already. I know. So yeah, that's my my one win.
One of mine is that I feel like I wrote chilling the heck out.
Yes, good for you.
About like life.
Yes.
And making the right decisions and being successful and whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna vibe and enjoy myself.
Good.
And so I like was struggling with like, should I be at the job I'm at? And I'm like, you know what? Doesn't matter. I have a job.
Yeah.
And like, am I
being content?
I'm very like, I'm at the point of like content, and not leaning into content in the way of like I'm just letting life go by.
There's content and there's complacency.
Yes, like, I'm not complacent in my contentedness.
Yeah.
But I'm like content and very happy with like the life that Nick and I have and like what we're able to do. And like, sure, I don't have the same life as other 25-year-olds, but like it's a good one.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. So I'm just learning to chill out, bro.
Good.
Just calm down.
I'm so proud of you.
I still have to remind myself a lot, but
yeah.
kind of calm down.
Right. I one tiny, for real, this is like a good one for me. I feel like I've chilled out on my online shopping.
Nice. Luke is probably like,
he's like, yes, please.
Luke can calm down.
I know, exactly. So that's been nice, and part of it is probably the hack with thrift, the like baby thrifting stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and also part of it too is the fact that we had a registry and people are getting Sephora, so it's like that euphoria of getting a package of like, I hadn't had to
like
buy
PR.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Baby
It's
PR.
like PR.
You should have done PR unboxing.
Oh my gosh, for real. That's so good.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I just had two that I did, so I don't know if you have more, but I had
no, I only had two.
My second one is that I am still crocheting, which I talked about.
So happy.
And I'm like not pressuring myself to like crochet when I don't want to. I kept being like, you gotta get this blanket done, and then like I just kept not starting it. And I was like, finally I was like, you know what, no, I'm gonna get it done eventually. I don't need to do it right now. It doesn't have to be done until June at the latest. Yeah. So I like did what I wanted to do, but I'm still crocheting and I'm having fun with it, and it's so nice. And then like we've been doing these craft nights, and while I am kind of like I get frustrated, I'm also like learning to be okay with being bad at things. Like it's okay to not be good at everything, which is something I've always had to work on. Is like I have always been the kind that's like, if I'm not good at it, I'll just give up. Yeah. Which is so lame of me. Why was I like that? Because now I'm like,
that's cringe.
Yeah, that is cringe. Last episode I should have talked about that. But now it's like crocheting, like I can see the growth in the things that I'm making just like over a few projects. It's like, that's the fun part. Is like, it's always growing and being better.
A journey.
Yeah. And so craft night, like I had so much fun with a vision board. I didn't think I would ever be good at a vision board. I was like, it's not for me. And then what else have we done? Did we just do 2? Have we done more craft nights? We did charm necklaces.
Oh yeah, charm necklaces.
Yeah. I had so much fun with that. I only got a little frustrated at putting the charms on. Yeah. And then like the clay ones I had fun with. I had fun watching other people be really good at it. It is fun to like see your friends be really good at things. And then I had fun just like enjoying time with my friends and being like, yeah, I made a stupid pickle and I'm mad at it, but it's okay because I don't have to be good at clay.
And we're just catching up on life. And
it's so good. It's good. So
just girly things.
I'm winning at being okay with being bad at things. I'm winning at being like at sucking. Yeah, you know?
I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
Did you have a goal for?
Yes, I have 2 goals. Ooh. So the first one is I'm really excited because Luke and our contractor friend are like working on upstairs. Finally, it's like actually like happening for Kiko's nursery. And so one of my goals is I'm just like itching to do is like to get the nursery done, be able to like do all the fun finishing touches and painting and decorating and stuff. So yeah, that's like one of the things I'm like, oh, I can't wait to just like get started with this.
It's gonna be so good. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. One of mine is that I want to just like relax and have fun and enjoy myself and like read so many books. Yes. I want to read so many books.
I love that.
We're going to the beach and I told Nick my goal is to read a book a day.
That's awesome.
I just want to sit on the beach and rot and like read my book and enjoy myself and not go and do anything.
Oh, that's so
wanna,
awesome.
Like live there on the beach for a week.
That's so good.
Yeah.
My other goal is I love creating things, and sometimes I'm like really bad at like sharing those things with people and like realizing that like other people are not crazy like me, and like I want the ideas to only come from my brain and I don't really want them to come from anyone else. But I like always get feedback from people being like, oh, I wish like, you know, you'd share like, you know, your inspiration or whatever. And so I'm really wanting, I started today actually, but I've been really wanting to like actually share some of the stuff that I'm creating or decorating or like putting fits together on Pinterest. I have like I made like an actual Pinterest for my like content like a while back, but I literally didn't do anything with it. And so I started putting stuff from the photo shoot and some of like the, because I just happened to like take some pictures of fits that I've done, like because I've been having a hard time finding like a different vibe, like pregnancy like outfits and stuff. So like just like putting some of that stuff out there. I had some pictures on my phone already from just like this space and so just like dopamine like decor stuff. So I'm like been having a lot of fun with that. I think it's like not that I'm expecting anything to happen from it, but like it just like be able to share that with people will be fun.
No, I did the same thing. I like made an extra Pinterest where I was like, I'm gonna just like post things that like I like Disney mostly like outfits and stuff, and it's like so fun to just like post things on there, especially because Pinterest is still at a very like casual
it's very
feel,
low effort.
Like,
absolutely,
you just post it and people might save it and they might not, but you have it there and that's cool.
Exactly.
That's fun. You'll have to tell me what it is later so I can follow it. My last one is that I want to, in the next quarter, because the fair won't be until August, state fair, but in the next quarter I would like to have one of my fair projects done. I gotta decide what I'm doing, a good goal. But I want to have one of them done and not pressure myself over it, but we'll see. I have a list of ideas that I've like been collecting, but I'm just excited. I just want to I'm gonna get my free fair tickets either way, you know.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
Is that everything? Thank you for coming to this business meeting. It was very serious and we appreciate your time.
Yes.
We hope that you'll invest in quarter 2 of this company.
Please.
And if you don't, we'll probably still be here doing this, even if you're not invested. But we want you to be here.
We'll find new investors.
If it's not you, we'll find somebody else. No, we appreciate you guys. And if you are new here, follow, subscribe, whatever.
Please.
If you're new or you've been around and you just haven't done it yet, rate, review, all of those things. Follow us on all of our socials. We're everywhere. Chronically Online Girlies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then your Delulu to Dulu for today is, as we're wrapping up spring or well into spring, you have spring cleaning. And you know what spring cleaning means? You have space for spring shopping sprees. Wow. You organized your closet and you purged all the things you don't wear, and now you have so many hangers that don't have clothes on them, and or like home decor that, or like space for home decor, whatever is your thing, you know. You did the work and now you can reward yourself.
You went to minimalist and now it's time to go maximalist again.
Exactly.
Out with the old and with the new.
Exactly. That's what spring is for. We all know this. Anyways, I'm Asia the Girl.
And I'm Faith Okay.
See you next time, besties.
Bye.
Bye. about that because I legitimately did like the 5th round of like purging the closet, and I was like, I have so many hangers for potential outfits.
I really want to start buying more because I am like, I want to like hone in on stuff, but I'm like, I gotta clean out so much. We have way too much stuff.